And a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome back to the Hawks Nest here on the campus of Viera High School. A beautiful rendition of the national anthem tonight, performed here by Viera High School. I am Alan ZLOTORZYNSKI. This is Friday Night Lights here on the Brevard Sports Network. Tonight, we've got the Harmony Longhorns and the Viera Hawks. And as we just discussed on our 7v7 Elite pregame show for the Viera Hawks tonight, it's a simple task, an easy task, but one a lot harder said than done, and that's to stop Tyler Emans, the running back tonight for Harmony. Last year, Tyler, who was simply one of the best backs in Brevard or in all of East Central Florida, committed to Brown, gouged the Hawks for 190 yards on the ground. And Viera's not alone. In fact, he's only been held under 100 yards rushing 4 times in his last 19 games. So Tyler Emans tonight is the guy the Hawks need to concentrate on, and that's going to be difficult simply because the Hawks got 3 starting linebackers that are out tonight. As the captains get set to take the field for Viera, they are 55-8-3, and looks like 53. Now, you got to love these jerseys again. Mike Moffitt. 55 is Logan Keith. 8 is Dominic Gentili. And what a job Dom did last week filling in at quarterback for the injured Chase Cromartie. Quincy Gillens out there as well. Kai Eamon. Cooper Richards. And number 34, Tyler Emans tonight.
Number 8, Dominic Gentili. And number 63, Kingston.
Just want to let everybody know tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration, Recover, Reconstruct, and Restore. Paul Davis Restoration, here for you 24/7. Give them a call, 321-690-0000. Paul Davis Restoration of the Space Coast. I missed the coin toss. My apologies. So we get set to go here tonight. Let me know if I sound good, if it looks good, if we're ready to rock and roll here. I'm really more concerned about the sound than I am the look. I'm sorry, the look than the sound. You can always turn me down. But if you're joining me from Harmony tonight, welcome. Things seems to look good. As the Hawks get set to come out of the tunnel. And here come the Viera Hawks. Tonight is homecoming for Viera. See if that improves the picture any here. Hang tight. Bear with me. I don't know. We'll see. It looks a little better, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Big Mike Moffitt watching tonight. Mike, I have a request. Mike of Scott Sporting Goods watching tonight. Mike, my request is on these black jerseys, could we please put white numbers? Please? Please? Back deep. Can't tell. I'm off to a blazing start here tonight. Once again, if you're watching from Harmony, this is the Brevard Sports Network. Little pooch kick to start, and caught and dropped at the 41 of the Hawks.
On the 40-yard line will be first and 10 for the Hawks.
I'm breaking up. What do you mean I'm breaking up? I'm watching the feed. Everything seems to look good. Chase Cromartie back at quarterback tonight. Hawks come out in a 2-wide receiver, or actually 5-wide receiver set. 4 on the near side, and it's a jet sweep. Hearing every other word. Okay. All right. Well,
Ball carried to the right side for a gain of about 2 yards.
let's see here. How about now? Second and 8 for Cromartie and this offense. 4 wide receivers, doubles. Don't know who the back is in the backfield. Throws, and that's just great coverage by the defensive back. I mean, he was on him like Superman's cape. Braden Adams, the strong safety senior, comes in over the top, gets in over. Anybody else having that problem? Because I'm listening on Facebook and I don't have that issue. 3rd and 8 for Cromartie. Blitz straight up the gut. Cromartie steps up and down goes Chase. And the sack will be by number 24, Dalton Flan. Well, Mike, I apologize, buddy, but 4th down, and Harmony will get the football back here. The Paul Davis reconstruction 4th down, punt coming up. Snap is low, and that ball, I don't know how, well, let's just say it got off, touched up by number 8, Dominic Gentili. And this is where the Harmony Longhorns will take over 1st and 10. You need the difference makers, full service residential and commercial emergency cleanup and restoration for disasters of all sizes. Call Paul Davis, reconstruction of the Space Coast, 321-690-0000. 1st and 10. Quarterback under center. Tyler Emans, the back. Man in motion. To give is to the motion man. Number 9 gets outside, turns the corner, down the sidelines, and a gain of 17 yards on 1st down by Cooper Richards, the senior running back. And he made that look easy. And it's 1st and 10 at the 41 of Harmony. Quarterback is number 11, I believe? Nothing big about what they're doing. They're going to turn around and hand it off. Emans this time stacked up pretty good after a gain of about 5-6. Aiden Parks, the quarterback. 2 backs in the backfield. It is as basic gets. 2nd and 4. But it's effective. Harmony's 3-1. Second down. Parks. Richards again. Richards cuts one way, cuts back. Richards down the sidelines, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of 15 more. And it's 1st and 10, Harmony at the Viera 40-yard line. Donnie Reber Jr. will keep us updated tonight on the out of on the games that we don't have. We also have Titusville and Cocoa, as well as Harmony and Melbourne. Jet sweep give on this side by Richardson. Nice job, I apologize, folks. We have all kinds of wild things happening here tonight with what's going on. But the Harmony Longhorns have scored a 1-yard rushing touchdown and lead it 6-0. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Longhorns on an outstanding first drive lead it 6-0. And they never, I mean, it was just straight down the field. It was Richards on the drive most of the time. Cooper Richards. Who got in the end zone there? Did you see? Number 2? 34, it was Emans in the end zone. So with 6:14 to play, and our apologies, it is 7-0, Harmony on top.
In light of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we would like to honor those in the crowd tonight who have been affected by this terrible disease. If you are currently fighting cancer or are a cancer survivor.
So first quarter here, and against our apologies, the Paul Davis reconstruction, recover, reconstruct, and restore game here tonight.
Thank you for being here with us tonight. Thank you for allowing us to support you through this fight. We believe.
Hopefully everything looks good. All right, Harmony set to kick off here. Viera went 3 and out on their first possession, and Harmony went on just a pretty drive that culminated with a 2 or 3 yard touchdown run by Tyler Emans up the gut, and it's 7-0 Harmony. Nothing spectacular happened there, so if you're watching from Harmony, our apologies. That ball will drop in. It's going to need to be picked up or rolls out of bounds there, and it does. And this is where Chase Cromartie and the offense will take over with 6:14 to go in the opening quarter. Harmony on top. I think if you're Hawks here, a first down, try to get a first down, put a couple first downs together, win a drive. Win a couple drives, get in the end zone, and then ultimately the grand prize there is to win the game. 1st and 10 for Cromartie. I do believe that's Judah Knight to his left. That's going to be way offsides there. Into the neutral zone comes Nathan Butler. So it'll be 1st and 5 for Viera as they line up with double split equally to each side. Pretty lightning in the distance here. I'll show you that in a minute. Lightning show. Let's just hope it doesn't get any closer than this. We need no delays. Turns, gives. That is Judah Knight, and Knight will pick up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Knight. 2nd and 1. Second down and 1 for the Hawks. Cromartie under pressure throws. Wide open, caught, good throw. Nice pitch and catch. And that's a Hawk first down. I believe that catch is complete to Zach Pillow. And thank you, Miss Eileen. I appreciate you. Yep, I see it. No, I got it back. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Sorry, that was my fault. That wasn't anything that went wrong there. I was trying to get rid of that link. There, it's gone. Welcome in Butch Grantland. Butch, welcome. 2nd and 10 here for Viera on the Harmony 49-yard line. Should pull back a little bit, just a tad. Maybe we can put that lightning in the distance here. It's not bad looking. It looks pretty cool. Cromartie rolls, throws, caught. And that is number 3, Quincy Gillens on the catch.
Pass completed, number 3, Quincy Gillens.
And it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Viera. Now, this is where Viera's done well this year. They have really been able to move the football between the 20s. But once inside, that's where things have come apart. Cromartie 3rd and 1, and both those linebackers are showing blitz for Harmony. They are in a 4-3, 4-2, 4-3 package. Throws. Gillens lays down, and he's got a Viera Hawk first down. And so the chain gang moves, and right back to the line of scrimmage comes Cromartie and the Hawks offense. Judah Knight to his right. 3 wide receivers to the left. Cromartie looks, fires deep down the field. No one will be there. And a flag's going to come in late, and that's going to be either pass interference or a hold, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. See what the white hat has to say. Who's the white hat tonight? Dave LeBlanc. Dave LeBlanc is our white hat tonight. Thank you. Wow. The lightning is really firing up in the distance. So we're going to get a pass interference call on Harmony, and that's going to give the Hawks a 1st and 10 inside, or right at, I should say, the Paul Davis reconstruct and restore red zone. Paul Davis reconstruction of the Space Coast, 321-690-0000. They show big-time blitz, and boy, did they bring it, and the house comes in on Judah Knight. First on the scene was the free safety who came firing in, Nathan Butler. And that'll be no gain. 2nd down. Well, actually, it'll be a loss here. 2nd down and about 13 for Viera. As long as that lightning detector does not go off, we are good. That's 30 minutes. Cromartie. 2nd and 13. Chase looks. Little swing pass out to Knight. Knight has it, but he can't get through a bevy of Longhorns. And first up is Dalton Phelan. And that has been flying across the sky there. And that's where it is in proximity to the football game. 3rd and 11. I don't know if it's 4-down territory if the Hawks would try a field goal with Torres. Cromartie rolls to his left, throws, caught. Nice move. Nice move again. It's going to be 4th down and 2. I believe that's Zach Pillow over there. Who is it? It was Zach Pillow. And it's going to be decision time for the Hawks with 3:10 to play in the opening quarter, and Harmony up 7-0. And they don't even think about it. They line right up to go, and they got him. Chase Cromartie with the hard count, and it'll be 1st and goal to go for Viera inside the Paul Davis reconstruction of Space Coast red zone. Nice job by Chase there. Cromartie now, 1st and goal to go. I guess from about the 5. Cromartie throws, and out of the reach of the intended Wide receiver was, again, Zach Pillett. This is where the Hawks got to score. I mean, they just got to get in the end zone. It's really that simple. And I don't mean it's simple to get into the end zone. What I mean by that is this is where the issues come. This defense has gotten so much better from week one until now. Where the team has really hit the proverbial brick wall is right here in the goal-to-go situations. Second and goal. Looks like the ball is placed at about the 6. Cromartie. Knight fakes it. Cromartie keeps it up the middle. And Chase still on his feet pushing. Oh, that was Dom Gentili. Check that. Little wildcat there with Dom Gentili on the carry. And Gentili brings up third and goal. That's Chase in there now. And Harmony absolutely blows it up with an all-out goal line blitz. And it's 4th and goal at the 3. Under 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Actually, that was Dom Gentili as Chase Cromartie checks in now. Is he checking in to hold? He is not. The Hawks are going for it. I like it. You're going to have to put 7s on the board tonight. Cromartie rolls, throws. That's intercepted. Intercepted in the corner of the end zone. And Harmony will take over 1st and 10 at the 25. And again, the red zone woes continue. And with 1:26 to go, it's 7-0 in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Harmony. First and 10. Check it, it's at the 20, not the 25. And here come the Longhorns, who give it to Richards, and Richards stacked up in the backfield. I believe that's Hungerbuehler in there. Nice play by Isaac. 1:15 to go, opening quarter. Second possession for Harmony. Last year, this was a war between these two teams. This is Richards again. Richards down the sidelines, trying to open it up. Still on his feet. All the way out to the Viera 45 goes Richards. And that's a gain of 37. And right now, the Hawks, once they get into that secondary or past that initial line of scrimmage with the injured linebackers out, it's catch me if you can, thanks to Donnie Reaver Jr. Space Coast and Astronaut tied at 7. Richards in motion to give us to Emans up the middle, and he'll be stopped. So now it'll be 2nd down and 7. This is Don Simon's 6th season with the Longhorns. 6th season. It were 5-4 last year. Down the line goes the quarterback. He's going to keep it himself, and he expected to pitch or cut up, and it just continued to open up on the outside for him, and before you knew it, he had 11 yards gained, and that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Harmony Longhorns 7, the Viera Hawks nothing. We'll be back in a minute with the start of the second quarter. We'll definitely talk. Yep. All right, welcome back here to the Paul Davis Reconstruction of Space Coast. Give them a call, 321-690-0000. And the Longhorns start back out here. And they pick up right where they left off. And that's picking up 8, 9, 10 yards at a time. Rockledge on top of Satellite, 14-0. And I think, as much as we wanted to all believe that Satellite was going to be in that football game, I think we knew ultimately what was going to happen there. 1st and 10, turns, gives, actually keeps down the sidelines, out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. That's a gain of about 15 yards, and that is a 1st down and 10. And I'll tell you what, Harmony can pick up a 1st down, and everybody that touches the ball, whether it's quarterback Aiden Parks, whether it's Cooper Richards or Tyler Emans, right now they're picking up chunks. And this is Emans, and Emans bullies his way down to about the 4, maybe the 3. They'll mark it at the 4, and it's 2nd down and 2 as the Longhorns look to push the scoreboard to 14-0 right now, running up and down the field like a hot knife through butter. And in for a Harmony Longhorn touchdown is, I believe, Cooper Richards. And with 11:14 to play in the first half, pending the extra point, 13-0. Harmony on top. And the kick makes it to Viera Boulevard, and it's 14-0. Well, we told you in the pregame show that this was what Viera was going to need to stop. And so far, no luck. With 3 injured linebackers out, I'm not sure that they really even had an opportunity to do so prior to this one tonight. Behind the 8 ball with something like that, when you don't have your run stoppers in there. And I'm not making excuses for Viera, but the task certainly becomes a lot more difficult as Alex Tuyo, the senior kicker, comes on to kick off here. So Cocoa Beach's string of 17 quarters without allowing a touchdown is over as Out of Door Academy leads them 7-0. The Minutemen had gone 4 straight games in the fourth quarter of the previous one, pitching a shutout. So that comes to an end. Let's see if they can bounce back and win here tonight to move to 5-1. Cromartie doubles. That's 2 wide receivers to each side. Judah Knight to his right. Cromartie turns, fires, throws, caught, nobody there. And that's a gain of 6, maybe 7. Holy Trinity 13. Father Lopez nothing. And the Holy Trinity Tigers are quietly once again positioning themselves with a new head football coach in Hurley Brown to once again be a playoff team and win a couple games in November. 2nd and 3. Cromartie rolls near side, throws, caught, stiff arm. Zach Pillow with the catch, and Viera will have a first down. So 10:37 to go in the first half. Somebody asked if you could watch the halftime show tonight. Absolutely. But I will say we are not responsible for a hot mic. Well, we are, but we'll swing past the night. But it won't be us you hear that says anything wrong on it. And we got a whistle and an injury timeout on the field, and that's just what you don't need if you're Viera, as Judah Knight gets up slow. Actually checked that. That was Quincy Gillens. And with 10-12 to play, it's been the ground attack of the Harmony Longhorns with 2 easy touchdown drives each time they've had the football. Oh, my goodness. They run into each other. The ball hits the ground. Let's see who's got it. Mr. LeBlanc says third down. Oh, Tiffany, you're the reason we're showing it. You asked us to. Coco over Titusville, 21-0. And it'll be the homecoming ceremonies at halftime, I believe, right? Yeah. Camardi rolls out. He's got a chance, cuts back. And that's a face mask and a half right there. Where's the face mask? I'm not sure. Did he not get face masked? I mean, he turned his head around. Oh, well. 4th and 1 here. Big 4th down for Viera. Cromartie from the gun. They show blitz. They may not snap this. But I don't think Viera can afford. It doesn't matter right now where Viera is going to give them the ball back. Harmony is not getting stopped. And they do blitz. And Cromartie rolls right. Looking, throws. Nice pitch and catch. 18 yards. They needed 1. They got it. First down for Viera. Big play. Big play. 2nd and 10 now. Ball in Harmony territory at the Longhorn 46. The Dravis clan. Tiffany says hello. Big sis, huh? Love the Dravises. Merritt Island 7, Bayside, nothing. 2nd down and 3. 8:05 to play in the half. Now, I've obviously got to go at halftime, go grab a water and things like that. So I'll just unplug and put the camera on the center portion of the field so make sure you can see everything. 2nd and 3, because I'm by myself tonight. Throws, caught, Gillens. Gillens trying to push for another Hawk first down. And again, between the 40s or between the 30s and 20s is not where the issue lies for this football team. And I tell you what a clean game tonight in terms of flags. There's one there, but it'll back it up. That is, I believe, just the 2nd flag of the night. We had pass interference, offsides, and now a hold. So 3rd flag of the night. 2 of them, that's the 1st on the Hawks. 7:58 to go. So I apologize. I'm doing the camera and the the spotting and the broadcasting. So I'm just going to unplug, and you'll be able to see it. 2nd and 18. Cromartie backs, fires. Oh, my. How about that throw and catch? Cromartie to Mikey Schmidt. Spot on. And that'll bring up 3rd down and a short, yard. That was arguably one of the best passes of the year Cromartie has thrown. And a great catch by Schmidt in traffic. 3rd and a yard. Harmony looking to bring it all here. They want to bring the house here. They have 10 guys in the box. And they get burnt on it. And down to the 15-yard line. 23-yard run. Judah Knight with a beaut there. 23 yards. And it's 1st and 10 at the 15. And inside the Paul Davis reconstruct, recover, restore red zone. Knight again. .6:35 to play in the half. But Knight makes it 2nd and 6 as Quincy Gillens checks back in at full speed. So it'll be Pillow in the slot with Gillens split wide right. Jack Hancock near side split wide. In motion goes Mikey Schmidt. Cromartie rolls right. Looking. Gets rid of it. Good play. 3rd and 6. And that'll take us to the water break. So with 5:56 to go, I'm going to mute it up here a little bit and step aside. We'll be right back with the score. Harmony 14, Viera driving. All right, welcome back to the Paul Davis Recover, Reconstruct, Restore of the Space Coast. Viera Hawk football game this week against the Harmony Longhorns. Alan ZLOTORZYNSKI with you here on the Brevard Sports Network. Coming up tomorrow, a bevy of youth football. We begin with 6 and 8U Palm Bay. Of course, we'll be at Suntree Viera all day. And then we also have the 11 and 12-year-olds for Cocoa. Throws. Where's the hold? Had a hold there. Joshua Moss had Quincy Gillen's hand and his other hand as though they were walking down the aisle hand in hand there, and no flag on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down and 6. And again, I don't field goal is of no consequence. The Hawks have got to break through this red zone drought. And they've been inside the red zone. This is their 2nd time tonight. So the game is 14-0. And that's what Coach Staples is asking the White Hat. Where's the flag? He held him. He certainly did. 5:51 to go. Donnie Reber Jr. What a job Donnie does. I hope you enjoy those recaps that go up about 1:30 in the morning on Saturdays and Friday nights into Saturdays. And Donnie is just amazing at how he corrals scores and updates. So 4th down. I think here it's not so much about getting a touchdown as it is trying to get yourself 4 more downs. Play for the first down here. 5 wide receivers. Cromartie throws, and he does. Oh, no, this is a pick 6. Down the sidelines at the 50, the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Harmony. 95-yard pick 6. But there is a flag all the way back down here in the end zone. Let's see what it is. Could it be some sort of a makeup call for the no hold? Well, let's see what the white hat has to say as the back judge and it is against the Harmony Longhorns. And that'll be a first down. Holding against the defense. That's a 10-yard penalty. Viera gets a sideline warning, too. That'll be a 10-yard penalty, and it should be first and goal for Viera. What a break. That play occurred on the other side of the field. Had nothing to do with the pick 6. Viera picks up a break, but it does offset the hold that wasn't called on the play before. So Chase can't make that throw. The safety baited him on that throw. It looked wide open, but the safety was just sitting, waiting for the throw. He had Gillens in his sights the whole way. And as soon as Cromartie went back to release, and Cromartie's in pain. He got blocked on the interception return, and he's in a lot of pain right now. So actually going to bring up 4th and 1 for Viera. It's a 5-yard penalty. 4th and 6, 4th and 1 now. Cromartie limps to the line or limps to Judah Knight. Cromartie may need to come out for a play. All right, he's back up. Looks all right. Gives the Knight up the gut. Knight has the first down. So this will be first and goal to go for the Hawks with 5:28 to play in the first half. Listen, they get in the end zone here. It's a 14-7 game. They got to play some defense and keep the Longhorns out on the next drive. But you got a game if they can do this. Judah Knight inside again. Harmony stacks him up. Did he get in? Touchdown, Viera! Judah Knight! And the Hawks end the red zone drought. Snap, the hold, the kick. And with 5:14 to go in the first half, the Hawks have pulled to within a touchdown. Harmony 14, Viera 7. Huh? I can't hear you. What? Oh, kid? I was wondering who it was. Blake Pulliam, my man. Seth Huffy's hurt. Not sure what's going on with Jordan Torres. But Blake Pulliam, one of the best kickers in the county from the JV. 6-corner rule comes up, boosts the extra point. He didn't play at all, I'm told. Yeah, why was that so close last night? Oh, I'll talk to you. All right. I believe Torres is kicking off here. Jordan Torres. And Coco going to run the clock here. 34-0 over Titusville. That ball's out! And Viera has it! The Hawks have recovered! And we've got us a game! Who was that? Was that Pulliam? Jack Hancock on the recovery, hustling down. The returner just dropped the football, and Jack Hancock, Johnny on the spot, or Jack on the spot, if you will. 1st and 10 at the 25. 5:08 to go, and a chance to make this a 14-14 game. Cromartie, yeah, I love it. Take a shot, throws, caught, touchdown! Viera, Quincy Gillens, one play, 25 yards. And the defender fell down, and all Gillens had to do was catch the perfect strike from Cromartie. He does. We're an extra point away from a tie game. Points off turnovers. Pulliam on for the extra point. Snap is good. The hold is good. Oh, my. Wow. And that's befitting of the season, unfortunately. A missed extra point, but not to, under any circumstances, to dampen what just happened. The Hawks with 5:01 to go. You know what? And I love the aggressive nature there of first-year head coach Shane Staples. At 1st and 10 from the 25. Take a shot. He does. It pays off. And it's 14-13, but that extra point is a killer. I mean, a killer. Somebody commented, bruh. 5:01 to go in the half. Sal Orlando watching. What's up, buddy? And this time the ball is corralled in. Still on his feet. Out to about the 37. All right. 4:51. Now you got to get a stop. I mean, that's the thing that was concerning to me coming in. I thought if the Hawks could break their red zone woes, which they have, here tonight, and at least in the last two drives anyway. Just stop and think if they'd cashed in on that first one, they'd have the lead right now. They'd be winning this football game. What a play. Fooled me. My man Tay's here tonight, huh? I'll tell you, he's an exciting young man to watch. Love watching him play. Tay Blackwell, we're number 25 tonight. Love watching him play at that JV level. He is going to be something to keep your eyes on. Young man loves the game. Second and 4. You give his to Emans. Emans cuts back. And it's like he's on a conveyor belt. I don't even see his feet touch the ground. First down into Hawk territory. Ball at the Viera 46. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Pretty basic two-back set. Give his to Richards up the gut. Richards still on his feet. And he'll pick up 7. Second and 3. Actually, check that. They marked him for a 5-yard gain, so it's second and 5. Come on up to Slow and Low tonight. Slow and Low post-game show brought to you by, well, of course, Slow and Low. Second down and 5 for the Harmony Longhorns, who lead this 14-13. Give again up the gut, and again Richards picks up 15, 16, 17 more yards. Clock keeps moving. Welcome in Mr. Mike Gotti watching tonight. Welcome in, sir. First and 10. Look at this cutback. Gets outside. If he can break. Oh, he almost got decapitated there as he slips down. He being Richards. But the underlying issue here is, once again, he picked up a big chunk of yards. Ma'am, do you need one of these? There you go. Yep. You got a Harmony one?
I was just looking on the internet.
No, got you covered. There you go. Yep. All right. So with 2:43 to go, we're going to get a timeout here. Viera trails it by 1 with 2:43 to play in the first half. Once again, I want to thank Paul Davis, Recover, Reconstruct, and Restore. And that's a big-time play right there after the timeout. Who was that truck that came in? Looks like number 31 for Viera. And if it is Dominic Leone, who had a heck of a game last week. Second and long. That's the first negative play tonight. Gives the Emans. How about the tackle again there?
Number 34, Tyler Emans on the carry.
By the DB. Can't see the number. These numbers are just impossible to read. I mean, they're pretty, but they're impossible to read. Third down and goal. Throws. Caught! Incomplete. Dropped it. That surprised me because they don't throw the football. Remember, they threw 30, Conrad Perry. Thank you, Butch. They threw the ball just one time in the game last year between these two teams. One time. They had 37 rushes and one pass.
Longhorns will line up for a field goal on 4th.
On for the point here is, or not point, but field goal is Harmony. Snap, hold, kick, and that one is drilled. They got a kicker. Wow, is he good. You can just see his approach to the football. And with 1:23 to go,
Longhorns 17, Hawks 13.
Connor Hallett, it says, is the kicker. I think it's Alex Tuo with the field goal, and it's 17. He made that, right? 17-13. And that's a win for Viera. That is a win for the Hawks, and I think they got to be happy with themselves. Right now, crowd needs to get into this a little bit. 1:23 to go. A 17-13 game. They keep the Harmony Longhorns out of the end zone for the first time tonight. And now have an opportunity with $1:23 to go to go into the halftime with a lead. And this, you go back and look at this first half, and you know what Viera can take away from it are several things. You know, the first thing they can take away is that they had kickoff, and Tuyo boots that through the end zone. Is that they've had the ball deep in Harmony territory 3 times tonight, and they've scored touchdowns on 2 of those drives. Had they been able to convert that first, that first goal to go situation, we'd be sitting here with a 2017, 19-17 lead, and would have to be happy with where they are. Listen, we said this would be a better football team by the time they reached the districts than the one that faced O'Galley to start the season. And you can see huge improvements in certain areas. Now, are they still making some of the same mistakes? Yes, but not nearly as frequent. Cromartie gets outside, and he gets out of bounds there. 1:14 to go. Chase picks up 5, though.
25-yard line. Bring up second down.
Being out of bounds will stop the clock, but this is a better football team, much better football team than the one we saw at O'Galley. Second down and 5. Three wide receivers split far side. Cromartie steps up in the pocket, and he's going to one more time. He's only going to pick up 1, maybe 2 that time, but he does get out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:07 here. Coming up at halftime, it'll be the homecoming court ceremony winners announced. Is that what they're called, winners? Throws caught by Pillow, and Zach has a first down, and Viera probably needs to burn a timeout here, or out of door 16. Cocoa beats 7. Thank you to Donnie Reaver Jr. The clock stops momentarily to move the change. Turns, fires, caught, and Pillow does not get out of bounds. So 50 seconds to go. And he does get out of bounds. So Viera now at the 36-yard line, trailing by 4 here with 50 seconds to go in the half, 17-13. Prevent defense. And he'll get out of bounds. I believe that's Judah Knight. 44 seconds to go here. Blake Pulliam, the kicker, Um, his range is about the 25 here, which would be a 42-yard field goal. Pulliam, just a sophomore, but pretty good leg there. That last kick that he didn't make wasn't on him. He didn't block on the far side, and he couldn't really get his leg swung around. 3rd down and 1. Cromartie looks, fires, throws near side to Pillow. Pillow has the first down. Get out of bounds. He does. And with 36 seconds, it's first down Viera. About 35 yards to go to get into Pulliam range. And we're going to get a whistle and a timeout by the Harmony Longhorns with 35 seconds to go. The Longhorns on top, 17-13. Rushing touchdown by Tyler Emans, Cooper Richards, and a field goal as they get set for the halftime ceremonies. All the cheerleaders in the house tonight. Coach Travis and her staff do a terrific job all the way down to the JV cheerleaders here tonight. And Astronaut leading Space Coast 13-7. One of those two teams is going to pick up their second win. So it's 1st and 10 at the Viera 48-yard line. Cromartie with Knight in the backfield, doubles, lined up differently on each side, but there's 4 wide receivers out there. Cromartie rolls out, and he's just going to take what they give him, and it's 29 seconds. The methodical approach into Pulliam range continues for Viera. The issue, I have no issue with what they're doing. The only issue is, will there be enough time? I think if you can protect Cromartie long enough, take a shot in the middle of the field at about the 30 right here on a crossing route. As soon as the guy catches the ball, call a timeout. 2nd and 9, Cromartie drops. Screen pass, just as good. Like the call, Mikey Schmidt. Nice play by Mikey Schmidt. Schmidt all the way down to the 36-yard line. 14 yards and a Viera first down. Heritage up 19-14 on Melbourne. Can't say that I'm shocked. And if Melbourne doesn't win that football game, they will no longer control their own destiny for a district championship. So a textbook drive by Cromartie and this offense here. They took over with 56 seconds to play in the half. They've got 21 seconds to go and now have it 1st and 10 at the Harmony 38-yard line. 17-13, Harmony on top. The impressive thing Viera has done tonight is exactly what you're seeing on this drive, and I'll take that point on further throws. And again, a beautiful pitch and catch, and they knock Schmidt out of bounds. Or check that, that's Pillow out of bounds. 13 seconds, so the Hawks only have enough time left to take one more shot here and then try to get into field goal range. Cromartie, full out blitz, throws, and incomplete. 6 seconds to go. Now you have no time but for one play here. Send them all. You know it. It's called the Hail Mary. Of course, we saw Appalachian State win a game earlier this year on that play. A team that a former Viera Hawk plays on in Trey Shannonville. Shannonville, the all-time leading football and basketball scorer here at Viera High School, plays for the Mountaineers of App State. 3rd and 8. That is of no consequence with 6 seconds to play in the half. Harmony will get the ball to start the second half. Throws and incomplete. And that'll take us. They're going to want 1 second. Nope, they're not going to get it. So that's the end of the half with your score. Harmony 17, Viera 13. I think we're going to get 1 more second. We're going to get 1 more second. 1 second. So we're going to get 1 more play here. See what happens here. Send them all. Just send them all deep. Play John Madden here. The video game, that is. Camardi won't get a chance as he'll be sacked on the play. All right, that'll take us to the end of the half with your score. Harmony 17, Viera 13. We'll be back with the third quarter coming up. Is there any music commercial use going on? Okay. Yeah. That would be the only way I couldn't show the halftime show. I'm getting old.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our halftime presentation for the homecoming court. Our first court couple of the evening, representing the class of 2026, is Isabella Gonzalez-Lopez, escorted by Conlon Oakley. Isabella is the daughter of Fernando Gonzalez and Marcia Farias Lopez. She is from Spain and is excited for her next 4 years here at Viera. She would like to thank her friends, family, and her boyfriend Colin for all their support. Colin is the son of Darlene and Michael Oakley and is from Chicago. He would like to thank his family, former coaches, and girlfriend Isabella. Our next court couple from the evening, representing the class of 2025, is Sarah Thompson, escorted by Zachary Hislop. Sarah is the daughter of Karen and Gary Thompson. She would like to thank Mary Lauren Thompson for being her biggest supporter and motivator in her life. Zachary is the son of Trevor and Mindy Hislop. He is a member of the Marching Hawks as a percussionist. He would like to thank his family and fellow drummers for their support. Next, we have our first junior court couple of the evening, representing the class of 2024. Danielle Matthews, escorted by Joshua White. Danielle is the daughter of Bob and Jen Matthews. She has been a member of the Viera Band and the Academy of Communications Art and Design here at Viera for 3 years. She loves her friends she has made because of the programs. Joshua is the son of Ron and Dawn Light and is a dedicated member of Viera's music and robotics program. We would like to thank his friends, his directors, and coaches, and last but not least, his family. Next, we have our second junior court couple representing the class of 2024, Sierra Thomas, escorted by Jake Ogletree. Sierra is the daughter of Tara and John Thomas and is part of Viera's varsity cheerleading team. Sierra is hoping to cheer in college and learn a new language so she can travel the world. Jake is the son of Joanne Price. He has played basketball for 2 years now and hopes to continue in college. We'd like to thank his mom and all his friends who voted for him. Next, we have our first court couple representing the class of 2023. Kaylin Kinsey, escorted by Joe Sargent. Kaylin is the daughter of Julie and Kevin Outright, a varsity cheerleader who has been involved in cheer since 9th grade. She plans to study graphic design in college. Kaylin would like to thank her family, friends, teammates, and coaches for always being there for her no matter what. Joe is the son of Michael and Holly Sargent and is from South Georgia. He has been a part of Viera's JROTC program for 4 years and is also an Eagle Scout. After enrolling in UCF's ROTC program, he plans to pursue a military career. We'd like to thank his mom and dad for supporting and guiding him throughout his life. Next, we have our second senior court couple representing the class of 2023, Alyssa Blood, escorted by Joshua Hooser. Alyssa is the daughter of Craig and Debbie Blood. She is a 4-year member of VHS Marching Hawks, as well as a member of the softball and cross-country teams here at Viera. After high school, Alyssa plans on pursuing neuroscience at MIT. Joshua is the son of Mike and Melinda Hooser. He is a 4-year member of the VHS Marching Hawks as well as the VHS Hawk Battalion. After high school, Joshua plans on pursuing Army ROTC at Embry-Riddle. Now we have our third court couple representing the class of 2023, Cameron Dravis, escorted by Jack Malatino. Cameron is the daughter of Cheryl and John Dravis. She has been a varsity cheerleader for 3 years, yearbook editor-in-chief, vice president of the senior class, cheer captain, and a part of the Business and Finance Academy. She would like to say thank you to her parents, sisters, Kylie and Kinley, and her friends. She hopes to attend Florida State University after high school. Jack is the son of John and Jennifer Malatino. He would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers. He is part of Viera's dental program and basketball team. He would like to attend FSU to study physical therapy after high school. Our fourth court couple representing the class of 2023 is Natalie Brown, escorted by BPJ Bufumo. Natalie is the daughter of Gerald and Lisa Brown. Her family and 2 dogs mean the world to her. She loves to go to the gym, reading, and having a productive routine for herself. She would like to thank all of her close friends for supporting her through everything. EJ is the son of Philip Buffalo, Julie Allen, and stepson of Jason Allen. He was nominated senior class treasurer and enjoys involvement in coordinating senior class events and leading his peers. He has made a 4.5 GPA, ran a year of varsity track, and would like to thank his mother Julie for shaping him into the ambitious young man that he has become. He is also wearing a pink tie tonight to honor her fight with breast cancer. Our fifth and final court couple representing the class of 2023 is Sydney Wilson, escorted by Katie Rasco. Sydney is the daughter of Greg and Cheryl Wilson. She has 2 siblings and 4 pets. She has been practicing archery for 2 years and likes to spend time with her friends and family. After high school, she hopes to work as a teacher and would like to say thank you to everyone who supports and believes in her. Caden is the son of Heather Williams. He would like to thank his mother for always supporting him in all his different activities. He would also like to thank his father, who although is no longer with us physically, is still here supporting Caden in spirit. After high school, he would like to work as a sheriff's deputy. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, another round of applause for your 2022 homecoming court. Helping us crown our 2022 homecoming royalty tonight, please help me welcome our Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Viera Hawks. And our Staff Member of the Year, Mrs. Danielle Bogus. Along with our Principal, Mrs. Sarah Robinson. And now, without further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for. Our first homecoming royalty is Jack Mellatino. Placing the homecoming royalty sash on Jack tonight will be Miss Viera Hawks. And our other homecoming royalty is Alyssa Blood. Putting a sash on Alyssa tonight is our Staff Member of the Year, Miss Danielle Bogus. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 homecoming royalty, Jack Mellatino and Alyssa Blood. Congratulations to all our homecoming court members. Tomorrow night will be the dance here on the campus of Viera High School. The Viera High School Marching Hawks would also like to invite you to stick around till after the game to watch Sticks and Stones, the music of the Rolling Stones and Styx, immediately following tonight's contest. I'd like to thank all SGA members and the Viera High School Guard for helping in our festivities, and the Viera High School Marching Hawks for providing the music.
All right, welcome back. Great halftime show. Congratulations to the homecoming king and queen. Outside of that, we have got us a pretty good football game here tonight. 17-13. First quarter belonged completely to the Harmony Longhorns as they thrashed that Viera defense on the ground like a hot knife through butter. But adjustments offensively for Viera. And then they were able to control the clock a little bit, make some plays, and eventually cash in the red zone. A turnover on a kickoff following the Hawks' first touchdown. And on the first play following the turnover from the 25-yard line, Chase Cromartie with a perfect strike to Quincy Gillens. The extra point failed. Harmony would drive back down the field, but Viera would keep them out of the end zone. But a 32-yard field goal makes it 17-13, and that's where we are. Jack Malatino, the baseball player, is the homecoming king. And I want to say congratulations to Sarah Wayne last night, the volleyball coach for Viera. She won her 250th game last night. But knowing Coach Wayne, like I know Coach Wayne, she'll say thank you. But the win that would mean the most to me this year, if I can get it, would be win number 257. And that's how many more wins the Hawks will need to win a state championship in volleyball. Now, they've got a tough one in New Smyrna Beach, who the Cougars have taken them out in 5 straight sets this year, 3-0 the first time and 2-0 in a tournament last weekend. But Viera certainly playing their best volleyball of the year. Who was the homecoming queen? Alyssa who? Okay. Alyssa Blood was the homecoming queen. So Jack Malatino and Alyssa Blood, congratulations to you. A memory of a lifetime. I'm going to say hello to Brock Doty watching. Brock is the baseball manager. Got an interview you're going to see with Brock coming up in about 2 weeks. Just prior to us broadcasting the Halloween game that they do, and we couldn't be more excited about that. And Brock and I sat down over the summer and did an interview, and you'll see that coming up in about 2 weeks here on the Brevard Sports Network. See if there's any more of that lightning left in the distance. It's been going on all night long. Luckily, it has not moved this way. Looks like it's calming down a little bit. As Harmony comes off the field. About a minute and a half to go here. And, of course, Donnie Reber Jr. has been keeping you updated with the scores. And looked like a lot of blowouts tonight. Looked like Cocoa hit the running clock on Titusville, and Rockledge did so on Satellite. It'll certainly make for an interesting rankings. Coming up next week, our BSN Super 7 as they stood heading into this week were Cocoa 1, Rockledge 2, O'Galley 3. We had Melbourne 4, Palm Bay 5. At the number 6 spot, we had Bayside. And at number 7, we had Titusville. Now, obviously, you can't get beat by a running clock. I don't care if it's Cocoa or not. St. Francis on top of NCC 7-0. I'd like to say hello to Mr. Dan Denenberg as well, joining us here tonight on Brevard Sports Network. We have much love for the Denenberg family here. Of course, I mean, if you were ever to look at a family and say which family has impacted high school sports and sports the most in Brevard County, well, the Denenbergs would certainly be right there in the Mount Rushmore families of that. And Carly and Lexi and Mason and Brady. Brady's at Syracuse right now, kicking off as a true freshman. I think he's got like 24 touchbacks and 30 kickoffs this year. Of course, Lexi just finished up a tournament at Team USA. Mason is pitching in the Washington Nationals organization. Connie and Dan must be so proud. And Carly with a career going on. And as we get set for kickoff here of the second half, and we've got a doozy here, 17-13. As the Hawks get set to kick off, it'll be Jordan Torres, the soccer player. And speaking of soccer, coming up this year on Brevard Sports Network, we have contracted one more year with the Viera Hawks soccer team as they went all the way to the 6A championship last year, falling to Doral Academy. The Firebirds won back-to-back championships last year and ended up beating the Hawks, I think, 3-2 in that state final. And the kick is a onside-er, and don't know if I like that, but okay. I don't want to shorten the field for these guys. Your defense, in fact, I definitely don't like the call. Your defense just shortened or just kept them out of the end zone for the first time in the entire game. I certainly wouldn't give them a shorter field than necessary here. And that's just me, and chances are I'm wrong anyway, which is why I'm sitting up here instead of downstairs wearing a headset. 11:53 to go in the third. We've got an injured Longhorn on the field. Once again, this broadcast brought to you tonight by Paul Davis Reconstruction of the Space Coast. Paul Davis, recover, reconstruct. They're here for you 24/7. Give them a call at 321-669-0000. Thank you. Appreciate that, Dan. You know, it's funny. I got if you've ever been to our studios, there's one side of the studio is all dedicated to, you know, the helmets and the pennants and all of the, I guess the stuff that you would put on a sports set. And the other side is all pictures from me covering sports over the last 8 to 9 years. And I have one frame that's dedicated. I've got a picture with each Stenenberg. And I've interviewed 3 of the 4. I never got a chance to interview Carly, but I've interviewed 3 of the 4, and that's the centerpiece of the picture, and it's really neat to see. All right, 1st and 10 from the Longhorn 40 for Harmony.
Longhorns will take over about the 39-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10. The beautiful pink hawk on the field, of course, honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month and those whose fight, those who have fought and continue to fight. You give is to Tyler Emans on a sweep here. Good block. Emans didn't follow it, though. That's on Tyler. He had the block inside, but and that's what his coach is telling him right now. You got to cut that up. Tyler did not, and as a result, instead of picking up 8 or 9, he only picks up 4, 2nd and 6. Coming up tonight, we'll be live from Slow and Low for the post-game show. Harmony, a little quick dive up the middle to Richardson, and that is a Harmony Longhorn first down. Harmony averaging, and I don't know this officially, but I would say they're probably averaging about 8 yards a carry tonight. 17-13, 11:05 to play in the third. Harmony up by 4. 2-back set. Quarterback under center. Another straight dive. This time to Emans, and Emans just bullies his way out for 9. He was stopped at about a 6-yard gain, and the rest was just Emans turning his leg. Quarterback Aiden Parks. Listen, I ran an offense similar to this in high school, like in my junior year, and before my coach trusted me enough to even throw the football. But it's not all about just turning around and handing off. There's a lot of timing involved in this. Jet sweep here. Flag flies. And this is going to be a hold, and it's going to come back. The guilty party is Connor Hallett. So Harmony will lose 10 yards on the spot foul hold, and this will be 2nd and, depending on where the spot is, probably about 6. Well, let's see where the spot is. 2nd and 11. One of the worst rules in high school football, in all of football, the spot foul hold. Merritt Island Christian going to bounce back tonight from their 2-game losing streak. An 8-man football. Coach Matt Hanwark getting it done over for the Cougars. 41-8 over Eastland. And this is Emans. But Emans runs into his guard. And Viera takes advantage. And that's going to be 3rd and 11. Somebody trying to airdrop me something. Never allow that. And there's one of those streams. This is a pitch out on an option here, and Viera reads it well. And that'll bring up 4th down, and immediately comes the punt team for Harmony. So, see, there you go. What do I know? After the onside kick to start the second half, Viera's defense, how about it? How about Coach DeMarcus Manyfield in that defense? The DC, Viera, that is the first time tonight. That's not a 3 and out, but that's as good as it's going to get against Harmony. Oh, what a punt. What a punt. But it'll bounce into the end zone. Officially a 50-yarder, but from where he was standing, 63. With 8:36 to go, it'll be 1st and 10 for Viera at the 20. All right, Hawks fans. The defense seems to have figured out at least how to slow down the Harmony attack. Let's see if they can take advantage now offensively First and 10. Cromartie. Knight. Knight dances. And Judah Knight picks up 1, 2nd and 2. Say hello to Chad Weiss, the reigning BSN Girls Lacrosse Coach of the Year from Viera. I'm very excited for what this season holds for high school lacrosse, both in boys and girls this year. The girls is going to be so competitive this year. Edgewood, Viera, Satellite. Blitz. Cromartie sees. Oh! This is a touchdown. Pick 6. Cromartie never saw him. Braden Adams on the pick 6. Braden Adams read it the whole way. And that's a 26-yard pick 6. As Braden Adams sat back, Cromartie threw it, and that one will stand. As he's been all night. Tuyo perfect on the extra point, and with 7:52 to go in the third, Harmony all of a sudden with a 24-13 lead. Goodness gracious. Good play by that young man and coming out of there. He just sat back. He ran, he stopped, he waited, and he baited Cromartie into that throw. And Braden Adams, a safety, a senior, saw it the whole way and did the one thing most DBs have a problem with. When you see that ball, your eyes turn into $half. And a lot of times the reason you're playing in the secondary is because you can't hang on to footballs. He does. That's a punch in the stomach right there. Now, Chase has got to have a short memory here, because that defense showed a lot of grit in stopping that Harmony offense. Viera will get the ball back, and Tuyo he's the best kicker I've seen this year. Puts it through the end zone, and Cromartie and Viera will start all over again at their own 20, and that one turned the crowd quiet. Once again, Paul Davis, recover, reconstruct, and restore. 321-690-0000. The Difference Makers, full-service residential and commercial emergency cleanup and restoration for disasters of all sizes. And I'm sure they're quite busy still, and will be for some time in Southwest Florida. Our thoughts and prayers to all of those affected by Hurricane Ian. And Cromartie right now just kind of stood there, and he is sacked. A loss of 10 on the play, 2nd and 20. It's a hard hit. I hope he's okay. Doubles. Got a timeout on the field. Cocoa over Titusville 48-0. Second and 20 for Cromartie. Hawks trail by 12, 25-13. Huh? Dom Sorry. Oh, ball's out. Gentili dropped it. Sorry, it's Dom Gentili out there. And Harmony turns the Hawks over again. Yes, indeed. 2 straight turnovers from the 20 on in. And Harmony, in the blink of an eye, a 4-point game, has an opportunity to go to a 19-point game just like that. First and goal to go at the 9. There's a flag. What's the flag? What was it? They throw that on the referee, on the coaches? Shane got a flag on him and got to stay disciplined right now. It's going to be a half the distance penalty. So you go from a first and goal with the 8. Now it's a first and goal from half the distance. It'll be at the 4. I think Shane's contention is the ball carrier was down. Listen, the white hat did a terrific job on that. He walked over. He asked the side judge if the leg. He double checked with his crew, which is all he can do. His crew said yes. He made the call. I think this has been a well officiated football game tonight. $6.50, but it also can be some frustration for Coach Staples as well. And quarterback keeps. Does he get in? No. Second and goal from the 1. But you got to give it up for that Hawks defense tonight and the way that they have played. Impressive. And, listen, even at 0-6, 0-7, it looks like Viera's going to, barring a big comeback here. Straight in. How can he not be in? And he is, as Aiden Parks, the quarterback, keeps it. And it's 30-13 with 6:22 to play in the third. In Harmony, talking about points off turnovers. They kicked the extra point. They have 28 of them in the last 2.5 minutes. Tuyo on. The snap is low. The hold is down. The kick is up. It is good. And with 6:22 to play, it is Harmony 31, Viera 13.
I'd like to announce our 2022 varsity cheerleading squad. Addison Wallace, Alani Smith, Amanda Stice, Ann Wilkerson, Ashley Schneider, Inga Finney.
This game has turned on 14 points in 2 minutes on 2 Viera turnovers. It's an 18-point Harmony lead.
Kenara Harriet, Captain Kins Poole, Kinley Travis, Macy Doval, McKenna Doval, Mia Carroll, Molly Higgins, Natalie Rhodes, Sarah Beth Fox, Sierra Thomas, Skylar Jacobetz, and Tasia Cinnamon Roll. Your 2022 varsity cheer squad. And last but not least, our lovable mascot, Mohawk.
Here's the kick by Tuyo, and I'll give you 3 guesses as to which way it went. If you guessed out of the end zone, you'd be right. First and 10, who is the quarterback? I know Gentili came on there. I'm not sure if Cromartie was shaken up. A concussion protocol? I got you. The referee has sent Cromartie off to be evaluated for concussion protocol. And apparently he passed because he's back. Let's see what the Hawks can do here. 6-22. The point I was trying to make was Coach Menny keeps his defense playing the way that they have been, and he'll be a candidate for coordinator of the year. And that should be a helmet to helmet or oh my goodness gracious. Hey, that is just, they just knocked Chase Cromartie out. He is knocked out. We will not show it. And I got to be honest with you, that young man led with his head and should be ejected from the football game. That is an extremely dangerous tackle, and he should be thrown out. And this is going to take some time. It is not our policy to show injuries of this nature. And Shane Staples, everybody's out there. Chase did not move. Athletic Director Maggie Davis, Coach DeMarcus Manyfield is coming out. And I would suspect that we will have a delay here of, I mean, he just completely and utterly led with his head. Flags came flying. Chase is actually sitting up. They're going to help him up, and that'll be it for Cromartie. No doubt about it. He is being helped off the field. He is on his feet. But he does not have his resources about him. Oh, you just hate to see that. I said it last week during the Palm Bay game. A hit like that's a cheap shot. And, I mean, there just isn't anything else to call it. Personal foul, hit to the head, 15 yards.
And a personal foul, contact to the head, penalty against Harmony, be first down for the Hawks.
It's my job to call it like I see it. And a lot of times, I try to be as polite and as kind, and I get it, these are high school kids. But there is a limit. And to me, that limit right there was surpassed. You cannot tackle that way. And I know Coach Simon is a fantastic, and I'm sure that young man knows how to tackle properly. 1st and 10 for Viera. This is Harmony's got just a great coaching staff, so I'm sure they will have a conversation with the young man. We won't give his name; it's not necessary. Gentili out to Mikey Schmidt, and Schmidt is loses yards. Dom Gentili will finish this one out. There's just no doubt. Dr. Sideros on the sidelines tending to Chase. He is sitting up. I'm fairly confident we're also going to, Chase will be taken out in an ambulance, but he is sitting up. 2nd and 15. Gentili, he'll be dropped. And that's a flag there. I'm not sure what that flag is. Holding against Viera. Second and 14, and that'll back them up another 10 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 24. This game has gone from bad to worse for Viera. The 2 turnovers, Gentili with a nice run there. The 2 turnovers, which resulted in 14 Longhorn points in less than 2 minutes. .427 to play in the third. Gentili with a nice pass, but drifts on him. That'll bring up 4th and about 22. Something like that, covering these young men and these student athletes as we do, and as closely as we do, and as much as we get to know them. You see something like that, and it just upsets you. My apologies. 4th and 20. Jordan Torres on the punt, and he gets off a end-over-end kick. That will take a Viera bounce, and the Harmony Longhorns will take over with 4:10 to play in the third quarter. And we also want to thank the Viera Quarterback Club and President Scott Woodruff and our close relationship with them. And, of course, our sponsor for tonight, Paul Davis Reconstruction. .353, clock winding. Down, I should say. 2nd and 5. 2-back set. Straight up the gut for Emans. And and the flag comes flying. I'm going to tell you what, for Heritage and for Melbourne moving forward, they got the guys to stop this running game. Whatever Viera has done here tonight in the second half, and I'll go back to watch, I like it. I like the defensive adjustment, really, that they have made from the second quarter on. I mean, this should be still a 17-13 game. The 2 turnovers handed Harmony 2 possessions inside the Paul Davis Reconstruction red zone. But for all intent and purpose tonight, this defense has been outstanding, save for the first 2 drives of the game, and then the adjustments were made. So if you're Heritage or you're Melbourne, this is the tape I think I'd take a look at. Cooper Richards on the carry. Lost the feed there for a minute. 3 minutes to go in the third. What's that? Yeah, Cooper Richards has definitely had a better game tonight than Tyler Emans. Not sure what the deal is with Emans tonight unless he's nursing an injury and they're leaning on Richards more. But Richards here on the jet sweep, and Richards breaks out, and he's going to be close to and should have a Harmony first down. 2:40 to go in the third, 31-13. What? Chase still on the sidelines. I have no update. And they'll stack him up again. And that's the quarterback that time, Aiden Parks. And it'll bring up 2nd and 9. Turns Giz. We got a new back in the backfield. Still on his feet. What a run. Great run by that young man. I think that was the. Who was that? Was number 46, 45. Jake Don. Or who was that? 25 on the carry there. It's Jeremy Hilliard, the junior, 5'10 junior with a great run for Harmony. They got backs for days, don't they? 1:30 to play in the third. Harmony on top. Nice pitch. Viera's all over it, though. 2nd and 10 coming up, maybe 2nd and 11. Save for the hit on Chase. This has been a well-played football game here tonight by both teams. Finn Goldinger in on the stop. Actually looked like we're going to have an exciting finish. Under a minute to play in the third. What a blitz! Viera blitzed beautifully. And the flag is flying. What's the flag for? They're going to call a personal foul against Viera. I didn't see it. I don't know where it is. That's 15 yards in a Harmony first down. But back to the play. Great blitz. Great call by Coach Menny. And they may be. That may be the Tom Brady thing there, throwing him down. And I feel pretty much about that one as I did about the Tom Brady one. 1st and 10. But I will defend the officials on that call because you've got to get a grip on the game. And I know Viera is still very much upset with the hit on Chase. As Brevard County Fire and Rescue makes their way in. As we said, Chase is going to get checked out, as he should. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter with your score. Harmony 31, Viera 13. For the Hawks, it's a multitude of little things right now that they need to put together to have a complete 48-minute football game on the field. That 2-minute spurt there where the turnovers were, little mistakes that hurt them, that you see creep in on young football teams. 2nd down and 5. Throws wide open, and that's a missed coverage. Touchdown, Harmony. They don't throw the ball often, but that time a 40-yard strike from Aiden Parks to Cooper Richards, and it's 37-0 pending the extra point. Wide open in that seam area down the field. That one of the few mistakes the defense has made since that first quarter. Kick is up and good. And with 11:49 to play in the game, it is 37-13 Harmony. 38-13. Check that. 38. So 38-13 as Chase will, as BC Brevard County Fire Rescue have arrived, and Chase will again go get checked out. And we'll give you any updates on the Slow and Low post-game show, should we have any, on his condition. I will stay in touch with Mr. Bill just to make sure the community knows that Chase is doing okay. Bill and Kathy Cromartie, of course, our thoughts and prayers down there with Chase. He took a hard hit, a cheap hit, helmet-to-helmet play, and he was knocked out for a second on the play, and he had come off the field prior to that, having come out of concussion protocol, or at least being checked out for a concussion, and he was cleared to play, and he came back on the field, and he looked fantastic. And he then took that hit. And this one will go where they all have gone tonight, out of the end zone. 2-0, quite the kicker. And Viera, it's just a hush over the crowd right now. And once again, we want to thank Paul Davis Reconstruction, 321-690-0000. First and 10 for Dom Gentili. Holy Trinity with a shutout over Father Lopez. You saw the final. Coco blasted Titusville. So what happens now? What's going on with Merritt Island and Bayside? That would be a good one to know. Second and 9 coming up tomorrow on BSN. It'll be high school youth football. Not high school youth football, youth football. Gentili throws, nice throw, but it comes out. And I would suspect that Gentili could be the quarterback for the foreseeable future for the Hawks here. This is the type of hit and subsequent reaction that you see that would lead you to believe that Chase will at least be monitored for a week. And I wouldn't expect Chase back next week for sure. So the job is Gentili's. Ball's out. Tom did that a little earlier. That led to a fumble recover and then an eventual touchdown for Harmony. So he's got to practice those snaps there. 11:01. Gentili gives you a little more wildcat of a look, as it'll be 4th and 16 now. Gives you a little more of a wildcat scenario than Cromartie. Cromartie, obviously the pro-type quarterback, passing, can get outside the pocket, can, scramble for yards. We've seen that. But Gentili's that guy he's going to go run that wildcat stuff. Saw that last week against Bayside. Good punt by Jordan Torres. That ball will again take a Viera bounce. And Jordan Torres 54-yard punt by Jordan. So a 54-yard punt, no return, and Harmony will take over 1st and 10 with 10:13 to play in the game. For Viera, I was talking to a couple of Hawks coaches and before the game, and sometimes you just have to talk truths as we're looking at the schedule, and we were talking about I'm talking about this game tonight, and then I was talking with someone else.
Number 9, Cooper Richards on the carry.
That's indeed right. Hawks versus Satellite tomorrow, all day long here on Brevard Sports Network. I couldn't wrangle the microphone from Caleb on those games. He absolutely loves broadcasting those games. You'll see from 6U all the way up to 14U tomorrow. Final week of the Pop Warner season, unless anything's going to be made up. We've got other youth football on the network tomorrow. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So we start the morning off with Satellite and Viera, and that will go on all day long. We also have Palm Bay 6 and 8U. Again, as Satellite and Viera continues to play all day, we'll take some time off. And then we'll also have Coco's 11 and 12U teams, and they will play against Okeechobee and Vero Beach. So you're going to see Pop Warner. You're going to see Atlantic Coast Youth Athletic Association football tomorrow. Your home for youth and prep sports here in Brevard County, Brevard Sports Network. So you will see 10 youth football games tomorrow on Brevard Sports Network. 10 of them. College Game Day's got nothing on us. 8:51 to go. Merritt Island leads 21-7, according to Dan Denenberg. Thank you, Dan. He would know. He's there. This is Tyler Emans. And Emans nowhere close to the 191 he put up on Viera last year in this one. So that'll bring up 4th down, and the Hawks defense, save for the lapse on the pass that resulted in a touchdown last drive, have stopped Harmony again. You got to look for the positives, and that certainly is. All right, 7:58 to go as Gentili and the Viera offense takes the field. Viera and Harmony trading possessions here. 3 and outs. The Paul Davis reconstruction. One of the games of the week. Out of door has ended Cocoa Beach's winning streak of 4 straight. This is Mikey Schmidt, who could not turn the corner. And they say wind the clock, and they do. For those of you concerned, they're still tending to chase down on the sidelines there, and just want to show you. Again, it's usually not our habit, but I know that was an unusual situation there with Chase, and the way he laid on that field was not pretty. 2nd and 9. Gentili turns, hands the Knight. Knight stacked up on the inside by number 54. Don Montgomery, the senior defensive end for Harmony. And there goes Chase and the applause as the crowd stands and as Chase is loaded in. Wish him well. Throws. Intercepted. 6:40 to go. So Melbourne has come back on Heritage to take a 27-19. We'd like to say hello to former Viera Hawk watching here, and a really good friend of mine, and a good friend of Brevard Sports Network, Trey Shannonville, kicker for Appalachian State. And Trey, I know you've had a wild ride this season. It's great to see you here, buddy, watching tonight here on BSN. And for those of you that don't know, Trey is the all-time leading scorer in football and basketball here. Ron Ramsey says, tell Shane to put Hartman in. Hartman's not dressed. Played 4 quarters last night, right? He could. And it's likely we could see Hartman next week. That is a possibility because, again, I don't expect to see Chase Cromartie back for sure next week. As we wind this down, Merritt Island all over Bayside tonight, 28-7. So the Super 7 rankings obviously going to change. Merritt Island's going to jump in there. Titusville is going to fall out as Cocoa thumped them tonight. Heritage may even make an appearance tonight as Bayside falls. So you could probably expect to see Bayside and Titusville drop out and say hello to the Heritage Panthers, who are battling even though they didn't get the win. As we're going to head down to Slow and Low coming up here after the game for the post-game show. First and 10 for Harmony from the 43 of Viera. And they have a new quarterback as well, as Connor Hallett has come in and taken over as the number 2s finish this thing out with 5:35 to go. Look, this was a football game coming out of halftime. It was 17-13. There was an electric buzz here in the air, and this was a football game, no doubt. And then in a span of 2 minutes, a pick six and a fumble recovered by Harmony that they turned into a touchdown. Here's a jet sweep, just busted it open, and then the Cromartie hit, and that really hushed the sidelines and the crowd, and it's been all Harmony here as they have outscored Viera 21-0 in the second half. A good night for Brevard County unless you're Cocoa and Rockledge, and generally isn't it always a good Friday night for those two. Melbourne looks like they're going to have a good Friday. But for all of the scores, stay tuned to Brevard Sports Network. We'll be live at Slow and Low, probably about 10:15, 10:30. And then coming up tomorrow, 10 youth football games. Jet sweep. 4:20 to go, and I don't imagine Viera is going to try to do anything here to stop the clock or extend this thing any. And I would imagine that the coaching staff will be down at the hospital checking on Chase Cromartie coming up, and we'll give you an update on the post-game show if we have any. Thoughts and prayers to Chase and Kathy and Bill, and as Harmony just in a basic two-back set, handing it off. Looks like the Delaware wing tee that they're running out there. Literally. Looks like the Delaware wing tee. Coming up next week, it'll be Heritage and Viera. Now, I won't be on the call for that one. Billy Palmer and Coach Blue. $3:19 to go. Third, fourth, or first. What's it going to be here? Fourth and a foot. The twos are in now for Harmony everywhere. Viera's offsides. It'll be a first down with 2:44 to go. So it'll be first and 10. Rockledge, 42-7. And the Longhorns of Harmony will move to 4-1. Listen, they got a game coming up on Tuesday or Wednesday against Melbourne at Harmony. Makeup game from Hurricane Ian. And then that's a big one. That's really for the district right there. Not really, it is. Ball is out. Does the Viera have it? They do. Fumble and Viera recovers.
Defense got the ball. That's a first down.
I would imagine nothing fancy we're going to see here with 1:47 to go, but I like the no-quit effort in Viera.
The Viera Hawks will take on the Heritage Panthers, a makeup game from Hurricane Ian. The next week we will be away playing the Heritage Panthers down in Palm Bay.
That game is
Following week
at
we'll be away at Melbourne for our final home game, senior night.
Heritage.
November 4th, right here against Merritt Island Mustangs.
And then they'll be at Melbourne. And listen, I mean, the reality of this situation is this. You got to try to find the win here. And this Hawk team can pull it together, maybe rally for Chase a little bit. But staring squarely in the door or staring in the eye of a possibility here with these tough games they have coming up. Merritt Island playing so much better with their new quarterback, Luke Knight. And, of course, you got Melbourne. And next week, Heritage, who, again, Viera gave fits to in the spring game as the two teams tied 28-28. But you'd hate to see them go 0-10. So you pull for a win here somewhere. Gentili, you'll have a first down. Under a minute to go. Want to thank our sponsor, Paul Davis Recover, Reconstruct, and Restore of the Space Coast. They're here for you 24/7. Give them a call at 321-690-0000. 55 seconds to go. Judah Knight with a nice carry here. Knight gets out in space, and he's down the sidelines. His longest run of the night. And he'll get out of bounds to stop the clock. That'll be a first down. Hawks. 47 seconds as they move the chains. The clock stops with him out of bounds. I should probably fix the camera. I want to thank all of you for watching here tonight on BSN. Low snap. Gentili picks it up. Fakes the throw, cuts it back, And 40 seconds to go, and that'll likely be it. As I don't see them coming out and running another play here. So please join us at Slow and Low, and everybody say your thoughts and prayers. Ryan Hufty, great sentiment there. Thoughts and prayers for Chase. I saw some really good things tonight. And then, obviously, the things that have cost the Hawks an opportunity to win a football game creep their heads in as well. And the youngness and right now injuries for this team is what has it at 0-7. So that'll do it, or it won't do it. We have another injury. Actually, that will do it. And your final score, 38-13, Harmony with the win. We'll be live from Slow and Low in about an hour. Once again, your final score here on the Paul Davis Recover, Reconstruct, Restore of the Space Coast Viera Hawk football game. Harmony 38, Viera 13. Have a great night, everybody. See you at Slow and Low.